Hey guys, 681 Shadow, and welcome to a tutorial video on how to download My Hero Academia Smash Tap, as well as a beginner's guide for the game. I've noticed that throughout the time of me switching completely to gacha games on the channel, I have gotten multiple people asking me, hey, how do I download that game? It looks pretty cool. How do I play that game? Things like that. So I want to make a video to finally have a set tutorial of first how to download the game, and secondly, just sort of a beginner's guide, what everything does in the game, at least the things of importance. And we'll move on from there. So the first thing I have open right now is I have my browser open. You might hear the in-game audio in the background because I do have the game open. You guys just can't see it right now, but this what I use to play gacha games is called Nox Emulator, which is an Android emulator for PC. If you have an Android phone, you can just do this on your phone. I personally do have an Android phone, but for it's easier to record these gacha games on my computer. So I have My Hero Academia Smash Tap and a few other gacha games on an emulator rather than my phone. And also, if you have iOS and want to have an easier way to download these games, then I would definitely recommend using Nox. And if you have problems with Nox, I haven't really heard of many people having problems with Nox, but I know also BlueStacks is a very reliable emulator, although I have not personally used BlueStacks, so I can't speak from experience. I can just speak from what I've heard. But for Nox, you can just go search it up, NOX emulator, and then you should find it. You can download it for either PC or Mac, so you'll definitely be able to get this. And you download it. Not sure I don't exactly remember if you have to install it, but it doesn't take that long to get set up. And then once you have the emulator, you can open it up, and you have basically an Android phone at your disposal there. So then the second thing you're going to need is you're going to need to download this thing called QOOApp. You can just search up in your browser QOOAPP, and basically this acts as a sort of external app store where you can download all different types of like Japanese games. I think there's also like Korean games and Chinese games in here too, but we're really going to be focused on the the Japanese games because I am doing a guide for Smash Tap. So you can download this just onto your computer, not in the emulator. And what you can actually do, which is pretty cool, you can download this and then you can actually drag and drop the file into the emulator, and it'll download in your Android emulator, which is pretty awesome. So once you have those two things, let me switch back to the emulator here. I am in the game right now, but I'm gonna just go into QOOApp. You open up the application for QOOApp, and you get an ad at the beginning. Nothing too special about that. But then here you get in here, and then you can go to the search to find your game. So if we're looking up Smash Tap, let's see if it pops up. Because sometimes it's challenging. My Hero, here we go. My Hero Academia Smash Tap. So you get it, and then it comes up here, and then it says open for me because I already have the game, but it would say like install. And then you can install the game, and then you'll have it on the emulator here. So it's definitely so the installation process when it comes to Android is pretty easy when it comes down to it. And now I'm going to go into the game here. So as you can see, this is the sort of opening page. You have a sort of like front page with a bunch of different options that you can go through. You have you have characters here. I'm going to explain as much as I can in as much depth as possible, so this might be a bit of a longer video, so I will have timestamps. I should have timestamps either as a pinned comment or in the description of the video. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. But just to go over everything, I'm going to start from the top. So you see up here, this green bar is your stamina, where, as you can see, I have 87 stamina out of 87 stamina. So the first number is the amount you have left, and the second number is your maximum. And stamina is used to run through certain events and things like that. And basically, if you have no stamina, you can't do events. Then over here, right below it, is your amount of gold. Gold is used to gold is really like your currency. So use it to use it in training, use it in awakening, all that type of fun stuff. Then over here, you have your rank, which is I'm rank 76. You get which sort of links over here, which is your EXP. Once the EXP bar fills up, you get your rank increases by 1, and you get benefits such as increasing stamina, increasing the amount of team slots at some points in the game, and then I think there's one more, but I don't remember. And then lastly down here, these are your hero souls. This is the currency in which you summon for units for the most part. So these are definitely very important to save up for the best banners, which I could talk about. I'll talk about more of that when we get to the actual summoning screen. But then, if I click this little present box here, there's nothing in there right now. Basically, sometimes in the game you'll get gifts from like the main gifts you'll get are daily gifts, which is at 3 p.m. EST in the current time zone. But so you'll have to sort of convert that to your. I think it's EDT right now. So you can just convert the Eastern Daylight Time 3 p.m. to whatever your time zone is, and then you'll get the time for the daily reset. And each daily reset you do get a gift. Well, you actually get a few gifts. You get there's consecutive gifts, consecutive days logged in, which is how many days in a row you logged in, and then there's cumulative, which is how many total. And usually about every 10 days for cumulative, you will actually get 5 hero souls, which you need 5 hero souls for a summon, which is pretty cool. And then here, this won't. I feel like this won't be as helpful because it's in Japanese, but this is sort of like the news section. It talks about different events and things like that that are happening in the game. So let's see on this one. Does this one have a picture so I can know what it is? Okay, no, but it says 5-star, so I'm assuming it's talking about the Gran Torino event that's out right now. Wait, this is just telling you about all the events. I'm actually gonna have a link to the official Reddit, the Smash Tab Reddit's Discord server. They have a bunch of like translations and stuff in there. It's honestly really helpful for the game. And then here we have the sort of missions, which there's 3 different categories for it. The one I'm in right now, the pink one, is missions that are just here in general. Certain things you can do, like this one is to clear a certain mission. This one is to get a certain number of characters to 99 luck. Things like that, and you can get different rewards such as hero souls. You can get these lesson drinks, which will get to lessons in later part of the video. So these missions are always here until you complete them. These missions, they reset weekly. I only have to do one more of these for the week, which is pretty nice. And then we have these missions, which are daily. And if you do all the daily missions, you get a hero soul. So you do have a daily way to get 1 hero soul to sort of help yourself saving up. Helps with saving up for the really good banners. So it's things like host 3 multiplays, do 3 lessons, things like that. And you'll be able to get to these. You'll be able to get 1 hero soul a day for doing all that. So then here you have a menu, which gives you a few options. I don't know exactly what everything is here, but I think the ones of interest. This first one is just your info. Then this one is your friends. On the top one right here is well, actually no, I think it's called supporters. I just say friends because it's usually a friend system in other gacha games, but here are the people who have requested you, both you've requested them. I think they've requested you, so I think you'll both be on each other's lists. This is your outgoing requests right here, and then this is your incoming requests. And to accept the incoming ones, I'll just click Racor. I can just press OK, and then he'll move to this one over here. Now that one's outgoing. So it is overall the friend system. It gives friend ID here if you want to add someone directly. But yeah, so that's the menu there. And up here, this little like banner thing, it shows you all the different like things that are out right now in the game, whether it be the summon banners, the events, all the type of stuff, which is pretty awesome. So these characters that are right here are your team that you have selected. I'll sort of show that more in a sec, but this is the sort of team that I have selected to show people who may see me. Like if someone sees me right now, they'll see Ochako. So with that now, let's move to the and that's this main icon, this home icon, it's the picture of UA. Then let's move on to the 5th icon here, which are the story and events. Story quest, you have certain stages you can do. Right now I'm in like the last area, but there's different episodes which have a different amount of quests in them, and they have normal and hard for all of the story. So and from clearing each story, you get 1 hero soul. So as a new player, it's definitely valuable to get the hero souls off of story. Then you have the events, which episode 1 is usually the EX events, which are characters that you can farm. which I may make a separate video about luck, but I'll kind of go into that when I get more to the character list and things like that. But right now, the events that are out are a 5-star Gran Torino and a 4-star Ida that can be farmed. And these events are best done not through here, but through the other option in the quests thing. But I'll go over that in just a second here. And episode 2 is usually just some very easy events. First off are gummy runs. I'll go over gummies pretty soon as well. So these gummy runs are actually pretty easy, and then gold runs, which are also very easy as well. And all these events, while they're normally episode 1 for the EX and episode 2 for the gummy and coins, they may be pushed back one because there's some special events that can come out, such as Battle Royale, which is a sort of PvP based event, and then Sports Festival, where if those events are out, if one of those events are out, that will take the episode 1 slot, and then events will get pushed back. But when those events are out, you usually won't have an EX event, so then this one will just say episode 2, and then the episode 1 will just become that special event. But then the last thing is multiplayer, where if you've seen a few of my videos, I'm sure you already know my videos or streams. I'm sure you know what this is already. You go into multiplayer, you choose whatever team you want, and then let's just choose this team, and then you can go into a story quest, an EX event, or weekly mission. If I click EX, it will actually let me choose which event I want to go into and which difficulty, which is awesome. I'm not going to go into an event, but that's really just of it. You'll get put into a lobby of people. So, and there's the last thing down here, story, where you can watch like cutscenes and such or like story things from the anime, and they will give you those little like drink bottle things for lessons, which is actually a perfect segue to lead into lessons. So, lessons are basically ways to gain sort of stat boosts for your characters, which is pretty cool. It is quite a grind though to get them up. So, if you're going to use a character, I would definitely recommend getting them to level 5 in lessons, which should just require two of these ticket things, which I'll show. You can get these tickets from the little like exchange shop in the game, which I will show off later on. But to do a lesson, I'm actually going to show just the regular lessons right now. So the regular lessons, it doesn't cost those tickets, but you can take a unit like, let's say I take Ida, because I have him at level 1 right now. And there's 3 options here, 30, 60, 90. Well, actually, no, that's for time. 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes. And I really see no reason not to do the 90 minute. So I'm going to put him for 90 minutes. And then in 90 minutes, I can come back, and then he'll be finished, and he'll get some stat boosts. But this is also where those bottles come in down here. I have 23 10-minute ones, 16 30-minute ones, and 18 60-minute ones. So I'm actually going to go in here. I'm going to use these bottles just to show you how this works. And then you can finish this lesson like that, and then he will get some, he will get up to ability level 2, and now he has some percentage boosts to his stats, plus 2%, 2% HP, 2% SP, 1% attack, and 1% defense. And then there's also some extra stuff you can get as well. I got 3 of these small yellow gummies and 900 gold. So those are lessons, and then these tickets are sort of like enhanced lessons, where if you buy them in the shop, you will be able to get a lot more experience, but the lessons will take longer. So instead of like the 90-minute being the max I think is like 300 minutes. And then now, probably like the most intensive section that we have here is this sort of like character selection. So this big blue button over here is your team, and you have different teams that you can choose from. Like I have different teams that are set up right now. This is just the first team, but as you can see up here, there's a little like thing that says off and on. I just turned this one on. This toggles which team you see in the front when you're on the home screen. So now that I turn that on, if I go to the home screen, you'll see President Mike and you'll see Deku. But I'm going to turn them off. You see I have different teams. As you rank up, like at the beginning of the game, you won't have too many teams. I think you'll have like 3 or 4. But as you rank up, you can get up to 6 team slots. So I have 6 teams here, which is pretty awesome. Got a bunch of units as well. So I'm gonna turn this team back on. So that is the teams. And now these buttons on the side, the first one is training. When you want to train a character, all you have to do is go in here, and then you would select them. Actually, no, let me select someone who's level 1. Who's level 1 that I want to train? You know what? Let's train up Monoma. So when you're training, do not put a character into another character unless they are the exact same character. Because because putting characters in to train, not only it actually costs more, and it isn't actually the most effective way of training them either. So don't put another character into itself unless it's an exact duplicate. What you want to use is gummies. So let's see, hold on. Monoma is, what type is he? He's green. Okay, so I'll use these green gummies. Usually, you may not have this many. You definitely won't have this many gummies when you start. But when you have events like the Battle Royale come out, if you farm those up a good amount, you'll get a bunch of gummies. So I'm going to use these All Might gummies and get him to max level. This Monoma will be sort of like our test subject here. So we're going to get him up. We're going to train him up into max level. And now that he's max level, we're going to go into Awakening, where we can bring him from a 4-star to a 5-star. Now for character cards, they can only go up 1 rating. They can't go up 2 ratings. So he's going from a 4-star to a 5-star now. That means he cannot go from a 5-star to a 6-star later on. So I'm gonna show you guys the Awakening for him. The art of the card doesn't change all that much when you're doing a 3-star to a 4-star or a 4-star to a 5-star, but the card art does change when you go from a 5-star to a 6-star. It changes a lot more dramatically. So we awakened the Monoma, and now we can train the Monoma again. He gets 20 more levels that we can put into him, but then he also gets access now to this Ultra Awakening screen, which we do not have any. This requires characters of the same name, so unfortunately we can't do anything with him right now. But if you have a character of the same name, you can actually unlock some paths, and based on the rarity, it takes there's a percent chance of the card actually working. If it's an exact duplicate, it'll be 100% chance to work. So just to look, for example, my United to Smash All Might, which is my most developed unit in the Ultra Awakening system. So he has, and each path gives you certain boosts. Like this first one is attack plus 3%, and the second one is raising something by 10%. Not exactly sure what that is. I would have to try to translate that. But yeah, you definitely get these. You have these different paths, and once you get all 5, the red stars here, which the stars become red once you unlock your first path. Once you get all 5 of these, you will get rainbows. You'll get rainbows. I believe it's either rainbow stars or just the whole card becomes rainbow. I'm not exactly sure, but either way, you'll know if someone has all 5 of their paths open. The card art will be just shining like a rainbow, which is pretty awesome. Not gonna lie, I don't have any rainbow units, but I have seen that for sure. And lastly, here is just to sell things. So you can sell things for money. Like if I want to sell this guy, I can get him out of my character space. You press sell right there, and then all the stuff that I have said for characters also works for the other aspect. Because as you can see, when you go here, you have characters and you have gadgets. Gadgets are sort of like boosts for your characters, which I'll actually show right now on like these teams. You have, like, for example, I'm gonna show you these pom-poms. They give they have these like random stat boosts that are here, like HP 57, attack 207, but then they also give for the actual their actual effect, attack and SP plus 7%. And then also certain gadgets are from specific characters. So if you, like, for example, these pom-poms are from Momo, like during the Sports Fest arc in the anime when they were forced to dress up as cheerleaders. So if Momo gets this, she gets an additional attack plus 10%, which is pretty cool. I don't have the Smash Fest Momo or anything like that, so I'm not going to be putting that on any. I don't really have a Momo to use this on, but if I did, then I would definitely give her the pom-poms and give her that pretty insane attack boost, because that's 17% attack with the regular effect and the additional effect, which is definitely awesome. So each one, they give certain different attributes, with the 4 main stats being HP, attack, defense, and SP. So then here, if you go here, you can look at your gummy amounts, and you can actually sort of you can fuse your gummies together, sort of, so that you can take what is it, 50 smalls to make 1 large, and then you could take 30 of these large ones into 1 All Might gummy, and then lastly you can take 100 All Might gummies into 1 Rainbow All Might gummy. So early in the game, you don't have many Rainbow All Might gummies, and you have you want to try to awaken a 5-star, because all 5-stars to awaken in the 6-star, they need to have a rainbow. They need a rainbow All Might gummy. So a good strategy, if you don't have any rainbow gummies, would be to grind the gummies for that day, grind 100 of them, and then just change them. Grind 100 of the All Might gummy and change them into a rainbow. Until you can do things such as time limited or like Battle Royale, Sports Fest, where you can get rainbow gummies a lot easier. And also, one more thing on gadgets before I move on. The rule of characters not being able to evolve more than once does not apply to gadgets. I can take a 3-star gadget and bring it up to 5-star, and there's no 6-star for gadgets. They stop at 5-star. So I can bring a 3-star gadget to a 4-star, then to a 5-star again. So they are a little different in that regard. But then to move on here, to be honest, I actually don't know what this is. I actually don't know what this is, to be completely honest. But I don't think it seems to be like anything too important. If I'm wrong on that, let me know, because I've actually never used this. And lastly, here is like your sort of character collection. So you'll see all the characters you've ever owned, and normally each character will have 2 slots. Like this Deku, he starts as a 3-star, and he's right here, and his 4-star art is right here. So if you don't awaken a card, you won't unlock both of their slots in here. And of course, some cards have exceptions, like these 3 purple Dekus in a row here. They never got awakenings. They were just stuck at they started at 4-star. So they don't have any actual like 5-star awakening or a 3-star or a pre-awakening. So they're just there altogether, like all these Dekus here, because these were ones to promote the My Hero Academia movie. But yeah, this is just a character collection. It's just a sort of fun thing if you're the completionist type and you want to have like a full like library of like all the characters in the game. Then this is definitely a good thing for you. And you don't have to keep a character to you don't have to keep a character to keep them in your log here. Like remember we sold this Kirishima earlier in the video. He's still here. We don't have him in our box anymore, but he's still here. So they stay in your log even if you sell them, which is pretty awesome. So that's really all for this section. Now time for the fun section. We have the summon screen. See, each of these are different banners. This is a rerun of a Smash Fest banner, and Smash Fest are it happens about once a month, and these are the best characters in the game for the most part. The ones in this banner though are sort of lackluster. The Endeavor and Gran Torino are actually pretty old. They were the 2 first Smash Fest units to ever appear in the game, which was over a year ago now. And the Aizawa is a pretty decent unit, but he has his flaws, so I wouldn't say this banner is completely worth it right now. But then you have they brought back these Cultural Fest banners. Like they'll bring back banners that were around previously, which is pretty awesome. So you have that. Yeah, you have this one with Todoroki, Ida, and Momo. You have this one with Ochako, Bakugo, and Kirishima. You have this one with Kaminari and Jiro, which actually there's these banners here. Like this is a regular banner. These banners are what's called step-up banners, and once you get to the 5th step, they will. I think it guarantees you a featured unit, which is awesome. Yeah, because what it looks like here, it says, I think it's 10 hero souls for 3 characters, 30 hero souls for 10 characters, 35 hero souls for 10 characters, 40 hero souls for 10 characters, and then 50 hero souls for 10 characters with 1 featured. So that's pretty awesome. It's the same for this banner, and then this banner is multi-summon only. They'll have these like rerun Smash Fest banners will usually be multi-summon only. So definitely sort of take these with a grain of salt if you are unable to, if you don't have that many hero souls. Only summon on them if you absolutely know it's worth it for you. Like this banner is like it'd be cool to get these units, but not that worth it for me. And then there's this banner, which I'm going to say, do not use your hero souls on this banner. There will be times where you get, through Battle Royale, you will get summon tickets. They will appear for this banner. That is the only time you should ever summon on this banner, because those summon tickets are free summons. And this banner is just basically like a large pool of all of the units in the game that are not Smash Fest exclusive, or not exclusive in any other way. So I would say for this one, then definitely only summon on it if you have those tickets from like Battle Royale. because otherwise it's just not worth it, because the units on this banner really aren't that good. And these units came out when the game started, so these units are really old. But well, at least the featured ones are old. But then you also have the newer units that are in the banner as well. So it doesn't make sense to use Hero Souls on this banner at all. And this banner, right next to it, this is a summon for gadgets. It's good to do this banner every once in a while, just to get some gadgets. Try to get some 5-star gadgets, which are definitely very solid. Some of them are really good. Like the Momo Pom Poms are one of the better gadgets in the game. Then over here we have this banner, which is it's just a sort of free banner because you get these hero medals whenever you do missions. We do quests and such like that. So 3,000 of these will give you a single summon, and 30,000 will give you a multi-summon. A multi-summon has 10 characters. A single summon has just 1. So, and on the banners, let me actually go to let's go to this banner. On the left here, this gives you a sort of like a news type thing. Can't really read it though because it's in Japanese. But nothing really too important there. Then over here are the summon rates. So on this banner right now, it is a 6% featured rate for 5 stars, and then 1% for unfeatured rate of all the other 5 stars that are not Smash Fest, because the Smash Fest ones aren't here. And a featured 4-star, and then all the other 4 stars, and then the 3 stars in the banner. So yeah, it shows you the rates there, and then this button on the right is to buy Hero Souls, which to do that you have to input your birthday. And based upon your age, they limit you as to how much you can buy, which is actually kind of cool. It sort of deals with the whole thing that you hear, like kids stealing their parents' credit cards to buy in-game currency. So good job to you, Japan. Good job to you. But lastly, the last window that we're going to look at here is the sort of shop. So these 4 on the bottom are to buy certain things in-game. Of course, you have the Hero Soul shop on the bottom right, which we already talked about. Then here is to buy box space. You buy this with Hero Souls. 5 box space is 1 Hero Soul. 50 is 10, and then 100 more box space is 20 for characters. And the same thing goes for gadgets over here. It's the same prices for that. And here is increasing your stamina. You have some times where you can get these things called Taiyaki, which will increase your stamina. You have the plus 50, plus 30, and then plus 10 Taiyaki. So, and they're actually in the current login campaign, because there's also every now and again login campaigns. They will give out certain things, and they're actually giving out Taiyaki for some of the days this week, which is pretty awesome. And then lastly here, this is the sort of exchange shop I was talking about before, where you use these hero medals. These are the lesson tickets that I was talking about before. They give you increased experience, but of course it takes more time to do the lessons. And the 3 of them are virtually the same, but you can only use them within a 24-hour period, and also there's 3 of them here because there are different teachers. So the first one is for All Might, the second one is for Aizawa, and the third one is for Death Arms. So if you're going to do 3 units, I wouldn't buy 3 of this first ticket. I would buy 1 of each, and then train and put them all to do lessons simultaneously because of the different teachers. Then here you can also buy the lesson bottles to decrease the amount of time you have to wait. Then here you have this 3-star Deku, which is he used to be pretty valuable in that he's a 3-star that breaks the sort of rule about luck, which I know I didn't talk about luck, but if you guys want me to make another video about luck, then I definitely will, because I feel like luck is a topic in and of itself that can require its own video. But normally 3 stars that evolve into 4 stars cannot hit maximum luck, which is 99, but this Deku is an exception. He can do that. And the only reason he's not valuable anymore is because every new player will receive a 99 luck 4-star All Might, which also does break that luck rule. But the All Might's at 99 luck already, whereas this Deku, you have to farm him. He starts at 1 luck, and you have to buy 99 of him. And then lastly, here, you have a gadget of a sort of like All Might doll, which I would recommend you guys farming up at least 1 of this gadget, because it is a very good, it's a very good gadget to have, because it gives a pretty good attack boost once you get it to 5-star. But with that, I think I have touched everything in this tutorial video. Thank you all for watching. Let me know if this tutorial helped you at all, and once Smash Rising comes, I definitely plan to make an updated version of this in terms of like the menu interface and things like that. But I hope this did help you guys in not only being able to download Smash Tap, but also being able to know what things do, know how to know how to do things in the game and things like that. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and share. And definitely be sure to not only join my own Discord server, which is in the description down below, but also to join in the official Reddit Smash Tap Discord server, because they do a very good job in bringing out giving us all the news, translations, things like that happen in the game. But with that, I will see you all next time.